let's get warmed up here. Send that video to me. Let's meet you guys. Make sure the waiter is closed. All right. So let's start by warming up our necks. First off, the agenda for today, we're going to warm up, practice, do our circuit. We're going to do our workout here with the isometric, so 1-4-1 single leg, or in the case for both of you guys, single arm deadlifts. We're going to be doing a 1-4-1 single arm row, followed by a 1-4-1 push-up, doing a plank, then 1-4-1 side lunge. For you guys here today, we're going to do a tricep extension in substitution. All right, we're going to do 4 rounds of that, and then we're going to stretch out at the end. Sound good, you guys? All right.
Sounds good.
So let's start sitting up tall. Take one hand, put it on your belly. One hand, put it on your chest. And work this easy belly breathing. All right, remember what that feels like now. Continue with that belly breathing through the remainder of this workout. We're now going to gently side bend your head, left and right, like you're trying to touch your ear to your shoulder. And then we're going to start to increase the amplitude of that side bend through the rest of your body. We're going to try to side bend further to the sides, sliding one arm down the side of your chair. All right, and then we're going to add in some neck twists. We're going to turn your head as far as you can, right and left. Get a gentle stretch the sides of your neck. And then start to increase the amplitude of that twist, twisting over, like you're looking past your shoulders. Gentle twists through the whole spine. Here we go. And next we're going to start to take your arms across your chest here. Put one hand on each shoulder, and then you're going to point your elbows up to the ceiling. Get a spine extension. Look up, point your elbows up high. Work on trying to arch your spine as best you can. All right, and then we'll follow that with some arm circles. We're going to bring our arms down to the ground and then bring them up overhead to the fronts and then down your sides. Be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you don't knock anything over. As you're coming down, you're hinging down so your hands touch your feet. Arch up and then hinge back down. Big arcing circles. And then reverse those arm circles. So now we're going to come up the sides and then curl back down. Nice fluid motion, easy breathing. All right, and then let's add in some large amplitude twists. Swing your arms side to side. If twisting doesn't feel good in your spine, simply keep your chest square and move your arms side to side, working on an anti-rotation through your core, but still stretching out your shoulders. Good. And then we're gonna finish up with some arms, body circles here, reaching around. Big long arcing motions as you rotate, touching your hands to the ground, circling your hands around a big circle as you arch your spine and a hinge, or as you hinge your spine, coming down and then hinge up. Now reverse that circle. So if you're going clockwise, you're now going counterclockwise. Good, and we're gonna finish up with some jumping jacks. We're gonna take your arms up overhead and quickly put them back down. There we go. Big arcing motions, and then quickly flick your hands back down. Good, and let's go into some split jacks. Arms come across your body horizontally. Alternate your top arm as you give yourself a big bear hug, and open up your arms. There you go, big motions. Work on stretching the pecs as you open up, and then stretching your upper back as you hug yourself across your body. Good. All right, you guys, you should be a bit warmed up at this point. How are we doing? Good, all right. So next we're gonna go through the circuit here. Everyone here, I believe, is in a chair today, so we're going to just go over the seated variations. So first up is that single leg, or that single arm deadlift. So from the chair, make sure that if you're using a backpack that you are cinching up the straps so that you minimize the play of the straps and maximize how much you can move it. All right, so we're gonna use that 1-4-1 tempo, meaning that we're going to have a 4-second pause at the bottom, at the toughest part of the motion, which is gonna be when you're hinging down. All right, so what I'm gonna have you do, you're gonna take your backpack or your weight, you're gonna hinge for it and then gently lift it just a little bit off the ground. Hold here for 2 full breaths. Lift up, exhale down, and then hold again for 2 full breaths. Work that breath tempo. So we're working on trying to hold at the bottom. This is when your core is going to be the most engaged in that single arm deadlift. All right, good. Lauren just logged in. So I will demonstrate the single leg variation then. So from here, standing on one leg, you can use it hand support if you need, working on holding the bottom part of the single leg deadlift for 4 seconds. And lift up, lower back down, and then proceed to hold. So Lauren, that's an option for you if you want to do these single leg deadlifts in standing, but you can also have the option to do them in sitting. All right.
Okay.
And next up is going to be any questions on the 1-4-1 single leg or single arm deadlifts? Good on those? All right. So next up is the 1-4-1 single arm row. So from the seated position, you're going to hinge forward in your chair. And now basically, you're essentially going to be holding similar position spine-wise as the single arm deadlift. But now we're going to be holding up here. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower down. And then exhale up. Hold for 2 full inhales and exhales. And lower back down. Now, if that's a little bit beyond your capacity there, you can always put the other hand on your lap for a little bit of support so that you row up, pull to your hip, hold there for 4. And then you repeat that way. So hands off the lap is going to be harder. Hands on the lap is going to be a little easier. You can play around with how much support you give yourself. All right. Any questions on that 1-4-1 single arm row. Good? Awesome. Let's keep moving here. The next one is going to be a 1-4-1 push-up. So for those of us who want to stay in the chair today, you can simply roll up to an elevated surface, or through push-ups here. You can scoot forward as far as you feel comfortable. Just before you hit the end of your basic support, lower down in 1, and then hold at the bottom for 4 seconds, and then push up, lower down, hold for 4, and press up. All right, so that's the seated version of the push-up. The higher you are up, the easier this will be. The lower you are, so you can even put your hands in your lap. For those of you who feel comfortable transferring down to the ground, we can do these push-ups on the floor. So we can work our full push-up variation, so on hands and feet, lower down, hold for 4. We can do this on our knees. We can do this on the hips. And we can also do this with a bolster underneath to support you. All right. Any questions on the 1-4-1 push-up? Good? All right. Let's keep moving here. Next up is a plank. So I'm just going to have you holding the core steady while breathing. So since I'm on the ground here, we're going to start with this variation. So hands and knees variation. Holding here on your forearms and feet. We'll work on a steady breathing. Work a knee variation, a hip variation, or a bolstered variation. All right. And then making sure that you keep yourself well engaged through your forearms. Don't let yourself become lazy through your shoulder blades. Keep your shoulder blades engaged. For our seated athletes who are going to stay in the chair for this workout, again, you're going to post up on an elevated surface and then lean out as far as you feel comfortable, just where you start to have to really work for it. And then engage through your forearms and your elbows to hold yourself in that position. Breathe under control. All right, any questions on the planks? An oldie but goodie. All right, and then last up is going to be the 1-4-1 side lunge. I don't think anyone here is going to be side lunging, but we'll go over the tricep extension. All right, so for the tricep extension, you're going to need your backpack or your weights. If you're using a backpack, I like to use the top handle for this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to put that backpack over your head, and we're going to bend your elbow, and we're going to hold it here at this 90-degree point in your elbow. And then inhale, exhale down, and then hold. Work those isometric holds, both sides. Make sure you have an appropriate weight for you. You want to make sure that you develop that tension, which might feel like a bit of a stretch, and then hold it there strong, and then press out of it and come back down. It's going to be really good for training those triceps. All right. I've never heard of anyone complaining of having too strong of triceps. All right. Any questions on the overhead tricep extension? You ready to get started with the workout? Awesome, let's go. So get ready for the single leg or single arm deadlifts. Let me find my stopwatch, AKA my phone. And let's get to it. Pulling up stopwatch. All right, you guys, let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's work that single arm or single leg deadlift. So making sure that you're holding at the bottom of the movement just before your weight hits the ground. Work on challenging your core to hold this bottom position, and then come on up, lower down. and then come back up. Now remember, you can use a little bit of hand support if you need. To complete the movement. The degree that you give yourself that hand support is gonna make it harder or easier. Now switch sides. All right, work the other side. There we go. Work that breath. Get a full 4 seconds in the bottom position. And next we're gonna go into that single arm row. Switch sides. And now you're gonna pull the weight up to your hip, hold it there for 4, lower down, and then up. Work that breath, lower down, and up. Try to maintain yourself forward in your chair. Try to maintain that neutral spine as best as you can, and lower down. There you go. Switch sides. Work on the other side. Keep yourself engaged and strong in that top end isometric. Working on bracing through your core. Again, use your hands for support if you need. Let's keep it going. Let's get at least one more full repetition in. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 1-4-1 push-up. So either transferring down to the ground or setting yourself up in the chair. So working whatever version of the push-up you're going to be doing today. And making sure you're holding at that bottom position. Keep working that breath, steady rhythm. That's it, you guys. All right. Keep breathing, nice and steady, smooth and slow. Well, maybe not slow. Control is the better word. Smooth and controlled. Finish up your last repetition here on those push-ups. 3, 2, 1, and let's transition to the planks. So whatever version of your plank you're doing, whether it be in the chair or on the ground, working on engaging through your shoulder blades, so pushing through your elbows and your forearms to maximally engage those muscles that live kind of around your armpits. Keeping your core tight as best you can. There we go. Work that steady breath while maintaining tension. Kind of an oxymoron. There we go. Keep that smooth, controlled breath. All right. Keep holding, keep breathing. That's it, you guys. You got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Let's work those tricep extensions. All right. Take your backpack. Put it in the overhead position. Press up. Lower down. Hold. Work that isometric hold. Good. Finish up to this last rep on this side. All right, and then switch sides. Switch it over. Stay up tall. Lower down. Hold. Feel that engagement in your tricep. And then press up. Good, almost there. We got one more full repetition in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, take a rest break. All right. How was that? Good. Does anyone need any additional time on transitions or any questions on any of the movements? All right, good. Anything that was particularly hard, anything that was easy, anything that needs to get modified? We're doing good at this point. All right, good. So catch your breath, get some water, stay hydrated. Woo. These isometrics don't initially feel hard, but they'll get you by round 4. Okay, we got another 15 seconds here, so let's start to get ready for our single leg, single arm deadlifts. And let's get to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Let's work holding that bottom position, stable and under control, engaging the muscles of your upper low back and maybe into your hip if you have access to those muscles. And then up. There you go. Work that steady rhythm, easy breathing. All right. Good job, you guys. And switch sides. All right. So you should definitely feel your abdominals kicking in when you're doing that hold at the bottom. And you also notice that your arms are tensing up to hold that bottom position. If you're using a backpack, you're definitely going to have to bend your elbow just a little bit to make sure it stays off the floor. So we're working on creating tension in that bottom position. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's transition to the single arm rows. So now you're hinging forward, but now we're going to generate that same tension with your arm completely bent here, like in the finished position of the row. Lower down, pull up. So for our rock climbers in this group, this is similar to training for your block off. We're going to continuous motion, being able to hold tension there. Good. Switch sides. All right. And keep breathing. Hold under control. And then lower down. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Transition to push-ups. All right. So roll on up to your stable surface or transfer down to the ground. Use a bolster if you need. Take whatever position you feel most comfortable, but still challenged to do these push-ups. All right. Whether that be that full push-up, knee push-up, hip push-up, or on a bolster. Hold that bottom position for 2 full inhales and exhales. And then press up. There you go. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Work that steady rhythm, steady breathing. Keep tension through your whole body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's transition to planks. Holding on your forearms. Whatever version of the plank you need. Again, whether it's full plank, knee plank, hip plank, bolstered plank, plank in a chair. Hold tight here. Press strong through your elbows and forearms. Steady breath. If at any point you need to take a break from this, you can always lower down, catch your breath, and then get back up into it. Good. Keep that steady breath work going. Maintain that tension in your body. Almost there, you guys. You got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Finish up with that tricep extension overhead with that 1-4-1 tempo. All right. Bring your one arm over your head, lower down, and press up. Hold that bottom position, smooth and under control. That's it. One more repetition here. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. There we go. As best you can, try to keep your elbows pointed forward. When they start to point outwards, you know you're getting tired here, or lazy, one of the two, or both. Work on trying to point that elbow forward. It's going to force more stability through your shoulder. Good. Last rep here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take that rest break. Woo! No yawning. Okay, how are you guys doing? Good. So how is everything feeling at this point? Is anything creaky or sore? No? All right, we're doing good. So continue to catch your breath here, get some water, and then we'll get to our next 2 rounds. Is anything particularly challenging right now? All right, we'll get to...
For me, it's the tricep.
Good. I was hoping that would be a sleeper on you. All right, let's get to it. Let's get started with the 3rd round. 1 for 1, single arm deadlifts. All right, let's get to it. Work on lowering down. Pause in that bottom position. There you go. Hold steady. And then come back up. Smooth and under control. Engaging the core. If you want to challenge your balance even more, you can try maybe raise one arm up overhead. If your core is sufficiently challenged, never mind that one. And switch sides. Come on up. Hold that bottom position strong. Come on up. Keep working it. Really feel that engagement through your entire abdominals. So hold that bottom position. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to those single arm rows. Try to maintain a hinge forward as best as you can. If you need, use a little bit of hand support on your lat. Hold there. At the top. And then lower down. Work that lock off strength. Lower down. Good. Switch sides. Woo. All you guys is going to be make you much stronger climbers to hold this position. There you go. Keep breathing. Woo. There you go. Good job. Get that core engaged. One last repetition here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's transition to push-ups. All right. Transition to the floor. Engage your core. Lower down. Pause at the bottom. And then press up. And as best you can, especially in these later rounds, try to avoid letting your elbows flare out excessively. No more than 45 degrees from your midline is ideal. All right, you don't need to keep them super close, but don't let them flare past 45 degrees out. Work on that control. Steady holds, easy presses. Keep it going. Keep breathing, you guys. I like the effort. Trying hard, breathing hard, maintaining control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. And planks. Transition to your plank position, whether it be a full plank, knee plank, hip plank. And really maintain that engagement through your shoulders. Strong presses of your elbows and your forearms into the ground. Think like you're trying to push the ground away from you. Good. Keep breathing. If you need to take a break, you can always lower down, collect yourself a little bit, and then pop back up when you're ready. Keep breathing. Keep going. That's it, you guys. We're almost there. 10 seconds, or less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to your overhead tricep extension. Taking your weight, hold it overhead, lower down, press up. There we go. Get that 2-breath pause at the bottom. Good. Get one more full repetition in as best you can. That's it. Switch sides. Remember, as you get tired, you're actually going to want to flare your elbow out. Try to keep your elbow pointed forward. Use whatever you need to for balance. If you need to rest your back against the backrest, put a hand on the floor. Or if you feel like challenging yourself, get yourself off of a backrest and really make your core work hard. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Done. Good work. All right. Third round is done. All right. How are we doing? Good. Whose triceps are getting really tired? Fine. Everyone's pointing their elbows out. So if you need to lighten the load a little bit so you can maintain that elbow forward position.
I got confused at the end. I between the, was it an overhand press all of a sudden or overhead press?
Oh, no. It's a
instead of
extension. So.
Oh yeah, I wasn't doing it right at all. I was in the beginning, but the last round I didn't.
Oh yeah, so we're trying to hold.
I thought you were doing this all of a sudden. I don't know, whatever.
Maybe
I had my fan on. Maybe I didn't hear right.
Yeah. So maintaining this position is going to put your triceps on a lot of stretch, and then working on engaging that muscle when it's fully stretched, it's going to force it to get stronger in that end range.
And when I do it, we're just going low and counting, but I'm not all the way, I'm still holding it.
Exactly.
And then pushing up, right? Exactly. So is there ever like a release? Is the release kind of at the exhale at the top?
Exactly. That's when you get your little breaths.
Okay, then I'm doing it right.
It should feel like you're burning your triceps up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm using a lightweight, so I'm not totally, but yes, I am.
All right, good. So let's get to our last round here. We're going to get started in about 15 seconds. Excellent. The other thing too, if you're doing these overhead tricep extensions with your back off of a backrest, that will light up your core quite a bit. So added bonus. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Single arm deadlifts. Hinging down, hold in that bottom position. Make sure that your back is off the ground just a little bit, and then come on up, lower down. Working on maintaining that elbow position. Not quite fully extended, just slightly bent and holding there. Good, finish up this repetition and then switch sides. All right, lower down. Engage the core there. Woo, that's a good one. So again, same deal, work that steady breathing. Allow yourself to be calm under tension. Good, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're gonna go into the single arm rows. Row the weight up to your hip, hinge forward, hold that position for 2 full breaths. And then lower down, pull up, breathe. Continue on. That's it. Finish up this repetition. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Hinge forward, pull up to your hip, hold. There you go. Keep engaging that core. Work that lock off strength. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Planks, or sorry, not planks, push-ups. Transfer down to the ground. Into your position that challenges you the most yet at this point, whether it be still a full plank or a knee plank or a hip plank. Lower down. Try to maintain your elbows within 45 degrees of your torso. Breathe in that bottom position. There we go. Work whatever version you need to. Steady breath, steady control, maintaining tension, and still breathing. Vital skills for when you're on a rock wall. I think at this point, everyone here is a rock climber. Good. Lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to your plank. And just in case you haven't noticed here, pretty much everything that we're doing is in the shape of the plank in some way, shape, or form. So we've just been planking this whole time. Keep breathing. Steady rhythm. We're gonna turn your abdomen, all of your abdomens into barrels of steel. There you go. Keep breathing. Allow yourself to breathe through your belly, especially while you're under stress. Being able to maintain that belly breathing allows you to prevent your sympathetic nervous system from kicking into high gear, putting you in a panic mode, keeping yourself calm under tension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Overhead tricep extensions. Last exercise for the circuit. All right. Push the weight up over your head. Lower it down. Keep your elbow forward. And then press up. There we go. That's it. One more rep. And then switch sides. Lower down. There we go. Keep it going. At least one more full repetition in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Great job. So who's sick and tired of doing plank variations now? I am. We're going to stretch at the end here. So how are people feeling at the end of that circuit? Good? Excellent. So for our stretch sesh, everything can be done in sitting. And then we're going to finish up with everyone's favorite Shavasana. Hopefully you all fall asleep and don't even notice when we're done. All right. Catch your breath, get some water. I want you to dial things down just a little bit before we start stretching. Focus on that belly breath, initiating it from your belly. All right, let's get to stretching here. So we're gonna start with some cat-cows. Put your hands on your knees. Work on pushing your belly forward. Opening up your chest, looking up at the ceiling into the cow pose. Arching, inhale, and then exhale into the cat. pushing your spine backwards towards your backrest or in the opposite direction here. Look down at your belly button and then inhale up into cow. Exhale to cat. Good. Working on transitioning from a spine flexion to a spine extension. Wiggling out your vertebra. Good, all right. So next up, we're gonna do a posterior cuff stretch. So you're gonna reach your right arm across your body, take your left hand, grab hold of your right elbow from underneath, gently pull across your body. Feel a stretch coming right around the backside here of your shoulder, wrapping into your shoulder blade. Take those easy breaths. If you notice that you're holding tension, like in your jaw or in your hands, try to let that go. And then switch sides. Again, if you notice certain peculiar points of tension, try to let those areas go. Breathe into them. We're going to do a little tricep, bicep stretch. Reach your right arm up over your head like you're trying to scratch your upper back. Give yourself a little bit of an overpressure with your left hand. And then bring your right hand back. Reach your hands back behind you. Open up your palms, splay your fingers. Keep your shoulders square. That's going to stretch your bicep optimally. And then bring it back up to the tricep stretch. And then flow between those two positions. Key things, you got to keep your chest square, and that's going to optimize the stretch in your tricep and your bicep. Usually your body will try to twist out of a stretch if it's feeling a lot of tension, and we want you to try to poke yourself into that tension. Try to push your mobility just a little bit. Good. And then switch sides. Yeah, Lauren, that's a good adaptation there. If you don't have the ability to reach all the way back behind you, you can reach to the side over that obstacle. And then flow between the two positions. Good. And let's go into a little cactus pose. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Put your elbows and hands together. And then you're going to open up into the cactus pose. Elbows still bent at 90 degrees. Fingers point up to the ceiling. Reach up to the ceiling. Touch your thumbs together. Stretch. And then bring your hands back down. Inhale. Exhale, close. Inhale, open to cactus. Exhale, hands overhead. Reach, touch your thumbs together. Inhale, back down to cactus. Exhale, close. And then flow. There we go. All right. Take one more pass through. And then let's transition down onto the ground. Lie down flat on your back, face up, or Shavasana. All right, so while you're lying here, allow your hands to drop by your side. Let your legs go wherever is comfortable. And just start by focusing in on your belly breathing. All right, Lauren's really doing it up with a face cover. You're ready to take a nap. Focus on that belly breathing. And close your eyes. Allow your feet and your hands to become soft. And let them just melt into the ground. And then shift your attention to your elbows and your knees. Allow those areas to also become soft and then melt into the ground. And next, bring that attention further up towards your shoulders and your hips. And allow those regions to sink. And then allow the rest of your spinal column to follow, sinking into the ground, starting with your pelvis, your sacrum, your low back, and then your upper back, your neck, and then lastly your head. Imagine like you're sinking into a pool of warm salt water. And slowly bring the attention back into your fingertips and your toes. Wiggle them a little bit. Start to roll out your wrists, your ankle. Introduce a little movement in your elbows, your knees. And bring it into your shoulders and your hips. Gently swaying side to side, get a little circular motion going. And then carry in those gyrations and those movements into the rest of your spine. Easefully wiggling in and out of different positions, whatever feels good, really. And then come to sit. Open your eyes. All right. Jorge, are you still awake?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fell asleep. All right.
I already took a nap.
Okay, so no more going to sleep.
Literally like right before class. And I'm so glad I got up and got on. I was like, I don't care how messy my room is. I don't care what underwear or dirty socks is hanging out. I don't care if I don't have any makeup, eyebrows on, nothing. I don't care. I'm getting on. I'm going to not flake this time.
That's, 50% of everything is just showing up.
I know. And I always used to think, no, I have to do all these other things first, and I would never do them. And now I'm like, Mitch, just get on there.
Yeah. So
I don't care if it's being recorded. So what?
Yeah. That's okay. Maybe one or two people watch it anyways.
I know. That's what I figured. I was like, anyone that, no.
Yeah.
But
So, any questions?
Oh, good.
The workout that we did today. Good. How are all the isometric holds? Were the deadlifts an appropriate stimulus there? You felt your core turning on with that one? All right. And same thing with the rows, slightly differently positioned. The push-ups, we've done those before. And that overhead extension is a doozy for your triceps.
Mm-hmm.
Good. You guys have a great weekend. Rest up. And you guys next week.
Take care.
Thanks, Brett.
You guys.
Bye.